Hi Collective, welcome to the channel. I'm Crystal, a divine psychic medium here delivering messages to you from the higher realms for whoever is guided, right? Okay, so we're following the eclipse energies. Still, massive awakenings and ascensions are underway as these light codes are integrating that have came in. We've got lots of other fun cosmic alignments that are going on in April. Okay, so definitely subscribe to the channel if you have not, as it is more fun to catch my readings in real time and take advantage of these cosmic movements, transits, all sorts of fun stuff. So as they come up, I talk about them and connect with them in the energies. All right, so let's take a look here and see what is the current energy. We got Ace of Wands with Three of Swords. Okay, so you see how those came out together like that. There's definitely a passionate new beginning, but it comes at a cost. So I don't know if this is going to be heartbreak that you're enduring, or it's going to be that somebody surrounding you is. Okay, because sometimes it can be a surrounding energy. I mean, either way, you're still going to feel a loss if you're letting go of something. Sorry, I'm trying to free up my space. Okay. Well, we're gonna find out more. Okay, but we're gonna take them then as what's crossing. It comes at a cost. Like, you got to make a decision. Okay, let's keep going. We'll clarify as we get going. Yeah, Two of Cups. You definitely have a choice here. A Two of Cups wants to be reversed. I mean, this deck is got the duality, so I take it however I feel it fitting, but I'd rather clarify before I tell you too much. What's hidden? Eight of Swords. Okay. Advice. So you are definitely stuck in a situation. For some of you, this is literally like you have to make a decision to go after what your heart's desire is. Okay, and you need to put love into yourself. For some of you, it's like you've been settling in a relationship or a situation, and this is where you're going after what you love and desire with the Knight of Cups. You're getting yourself out of a stuck situation, so it takes that self-love. Because, see, the Two of Cups, to me, when it's reversed, it can be kind of like bossy, bitchy energy is what I want to say, where you're really focused on you. So some people could come say that you're being bitchy, bossy, selfish. It's that kind of selfish energy, like you're focused on yourself and not others. And it's like healthy selfishness, though, is kind of what I'm feeling with this, because it's getting you. That's why I feel like somebody else is going to be in the Three of Swords. Like, yes, you're going to be cutting something off, and you will feel the loss, but it's more the heartbreak is what somebody else is going to be feeling. Like, that's why I said, well, let me clarify and really find out. But that's the first storyline I'm getting. I mean, for others of you, this is a choice of lovers too. The Two of Cups can be that's what I feel like it is. But for some of you, it could just be if somebody's been keeping you trapped and stuck in a situation. You were stuck in a karmic relationship and just kind of settling and just, nope, this isn't what I want. I desire more. This is that Knight of Cups. But there could very much be a love offer coming in that puts you at a choice point between lovers as well. What's in the recent past? Okay. Seven of Pentacles. So there's something about divine timing here, and somebody's been very patient. Somebody definitely went through this spiritual awakening with the High Priestess. I feel it's like a blessing that you're getting this awakening, right? So you're getting a reward for that. You're coming into an alignment with soul family. Beautiful. Four of Wands, union, higher level soulmates and like-minded people. So, I mean, if there's not a lover here yet, there's going to be. I mean, you're coming up. What's the action? Wow, that came out fast. Nine of Pentacles. For that being a slow stall. I'm mixing up my words. It's funny how I only do this during retrograde. It's funny how I only do this during readings where retrograde gets to me. Nine of Pentacles, you know, is that solid, slow moving energy, but it came out fast. So an opportunity is going to come out fast, but it's going to be slow building because it's going to be stable. This is where it's like, maybe if you were the type of person where you always got into relationships rather fast, this is where I feel you're not going to be doing that. Maybe you're just going to be where you are slow and steady, right? Maybe like friends first, things like that, and really building things the right way, very, very solid. Maybe that's kind of showing you how things went wrong too, right? You did things too quickly and then got yourself stuck in situations. There's definitely an ending here. That is the outcome, an ending, but a new beginning. It's interesting, Seven of Cups came out with the ending because you have multiple ways that this can end, right? Is what I'm getting here. Okay, there's multiple endings. Maddie, can you get the door? It's your brother. The Magician is here. You have manifested this new beginning, though. So, this is definitely... You can come out. I'm doing a reading. Maddie, can you get the door for him, please, and close it? You can put the TV up there. All right, so you've manifested this. I told you, because you've went through this ascension, you've went through this. This has brought in these options. So this is something you've done, yeah. So. The universe is conspiring in your favor, bringing in, you did the work, right? So it's like your justice is here. You know, it's just the hardest thing is just leaving behind what doesn't work for you anymore. You know, it's like if you don't like change, it's here, okay? You see all that shuffling I was doing, it came right back around to the world. So they want you to see that this is the overall energy. Tower moment. Those foundations are coming down. This new beginning is here. Right? It's coming very fast. I told you, something fast is coming in for change, but then it's going to be slow build. And it's going to be solid. It's stable, too. It's the one to go the distance, right? Okay. Well, let's go a little bit deeper. We'll clarify each card, right? We'll give another clarifier and find out more. Sometimes it can change a lot from what I've seen with when I clarify. So, like, I felt like to say for some of you, like, that's the reading. Done. Right? Just like my son just got back. He hasn't gone the weekend. So, like, it could be, like, that's a wrap. Time's up. I'm going to do a candle. So for some of you, like that's the message. If you feel like that's it, like if you don't feel like the clarifying portion is more for you, because some people like me to go a little bit deeper, and that's where I feel like it can get more like one storyline. It's also where I want to definitely cleanse the energy. If there's any dark energy or heavy energy, it helps transmute it out. All right, so let's clarify source and find out more. So tell me about this Ace of Wands. It's really Ace of Wands reversed. So this has been like a fight for this new beginning. I feel somebody's been, coming after you. Or they're going to make you feel guilty for going after this. And that's a sign too. And when somebody's not happy for you and is kind of holding you back from a situation or stopping you from doing what your destiny is, what excites you, your passions, it's a sign they really don't love you. They love that they can control you and hold you back and have you on their storyline. That's not real love, right? Because for some of you, like when I say you're choosing this love for yourself, it could literally be for some of you like going after a career or a passion, a talent, a skill where you're kind of leaving, you're picking like you and your passions over like a lover. It's like you're putting love on, it's not the priority anymore. Maybe where you always put love in other people, maybe that's a big change. If you've always had like your priority in life is like to find love in a lover, and this is where you're finally like, you know what, I've never just put myself first before and chose me and chose what I want. And now that you're doing that, that's why for some of you it's like, maybe this lover's like, wow, you're so selfish. Like, you're going to end things with me. You're going to go travel. You're going to, whatever this may be, you know, this could just be like a passion project, but you want to be in your own space, right? Or maybe you've never like lived on your own before. Things like that. It's like you want to do that now, right? Because I've been getting that too. I got that in the ring yesterday. For some of you, it's just like you're going to take a big step back. It's like maybe you're just like, yeah, I don't want to live together anymore. I want to have more space. And you might make some people mad, right? Where they're like, whatever, you're so selfish. Like, you know, this is a very empowering time. 11:11 on the clock, as I say that. You're supposed to be living life for you. If people are getting in the way, like, especially, like, if you're a spiritual worker, things like that, I can't even tell you how much other stuff's, like, brought into my energy. And it's just not fair, right? And I'm always like, this is, like, my space. Like, I know it's challenging now. I don't get to have my own space. But it's, like, when I do call time for myself, like, a little bits at a time, like, give me that, honor that, respect that, you know? All right, anyway, let's keep clarifying. So I feel, yeah, anybody that's holding you back, you're going to see is really not for you. And some of you are going to be realizing that. What's this 3 of Swords? Because see, whoever I feel like this is, like, you're excited about what you're pursuing. So even though there's a loss here, some people could be like, wow, you're so ungrateful because how do you move on and go through your passions? How are you not feeling any heartbreak? Well, this is someone that's using that to power them up. They are being an alchemist, and they are transmuting any heartbreak into pain. So it's like you're not letting it keep you down. And that's where some people just don't understand. Look at this, the wheel. See, this has to do with your destiny. See? I feel like maybe you were on the bottom here, and now you're rising. This is beautiful. It's about destiny. Yeah, look. And destiny with the Lovers and judgment. Judgment's being called in a situation because it's like, especially if the universe seen that you were putting all of your love and time and energy into something and you weren't getting it reciprocated, things are moving in fast. You're magnetizing all that energy that you were putting out into a lover right back at you. So for some of you, these are new lovers and higher vibrational timelines that are coming in that are in alignment with you and your energy, and the things that are not in alignment are literally getting phased out. Wow. All right, clarify this 2 of Cups. King of Cups reversed. This came out earlier in the reading I did too. I'm not sure if I'm going to upload it or not yet. I had a little rant at the end, so I'm not sure if I want to upload it or not. I may not. I don't know yet. All right, but this King of Cups reverse, and that's what led me, I think, to it for it to remind me of that. King of Cups is someone that can be emotionally detached, can be like kind of ice cold, right? He doesn't look too pretty. He looks very manipulative, very angry. And it's interesting that it comes out on top of the 2 of Cups, right? It's like they could be saying that about you too. But I really feel for some of you, and that's what it is too. Like maybe you're being the mirror now. You're acting the way that they acted. You're icing them out. You're closing them out. You're coming off as cold and detached, but you're focusing on you. Clarify this 8 of Swords. There's that Ace of Pentacles. That abundant new beginning. See? It's like the fighting over the pentacle. That's what I feel like is happening. But you're winning. Okay? The Lovers and Judgment. Again, they're showing me on the bottom. All right. This is what's hidden. What's hidden is that they were keeping you trapped and stuck from this. Sometimes that's like a test that you get too. Sometimes you have to be willing to let go of lovers, people that are close to you, if they're holding you back. The enemy can work through them, right? Sometimes you have to pick that. Clarify Nine of Cups. Just like sometimes you have to trust and have blind faith, right? Nine of Swords to the Nine of Cups. This fast-moving energy. It's advice from Spirit, too, to make a fast action, fast change, not to overthink it, because it's like if you think about it too much, it's going to stress you out. They want you to be very communicative, to the point. Don't let someone try to talk you out. Don't try to explain it too much. Like, you don't have to give explanation, I'm getting. That is maybe where you were a people pleaser before. Because, you know, when you're overly explaining something, it's because you're waiting for their criticism in a way, right? When you're just direct and to the point, you don't leave them a chance to have their rebuttal, right? And hold you back. All right, clarify the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, Magician. This has been something that you've been manifesting, and you've been creating it, whether you realize it or not. It's just what you were creating is now coming in. Clarify the High Priestess. Yeah, Ten of Wands. You were in a karmic cycle, but it was always meant for you. It was like you needed that push to learn something. And now you have to put down that bundle. You can't carry it with you to the new. Two of Wands. I wasn't moved to the next one yet, so we're going to take it here. Two of Wands, there's a new pathway here. But it's going to take a climb, because you have to take effort and action. New abundant beginnings just don't flow to you and you lay back and do nothing, right? You have to make action, meet them halfway. Clarify Nine of Pentacles. Judgment with Five of Swords. See, there's been unfairness here. That Nine of Pentacles is reversed, and it's coming up in an obstacle. Look at her. Look at that face. She's like, oh my gosh, the money's melting. Like somebody's going to be... Or wait, they're like, oh my gosh, I thought the pentacle was melting, but it's a flower. But to me, she's looking at this like, what? You're going after something you love. It's not money. I don't know. Maybe something you're going after, you're pursuing, like it's... Because I want to almost say in the beginning of the string, like an entrepreneurship, or like... what is it where like you volunteer? Somebody may be deciding just to do something like that, right? Where it's like you're going into like helping people. It's not about the money for you. And someone's like, oh my gosh, like how could you do it that way? And just there's this strong energy, right? That's why it was an obstacle for you. You were looking into the criticism too much, right? You were letting other people's projections hold you back, right? I know something that I've been at too is it's like I've never wanted people to be benefactors off of like my healing work and things like that. Like it's always, I've always told myself like, wait, like the timing's not right yet. Things are not okay yet. I don't know. There's something about things getting changed, perceptions. Five of Swords, though, battling and conflict, but judgment's being called. Like maybe somebody knew that there would be a situation where something was removed, you know, or maybe they were waiting for a divine intervention. But judgment's being called on this situation. You can't wait for the perfect moment. If that isn't something I've learned, the perfect moment will never come. It would be too easy if there was that perfect moment. Like you almost always have to take a risk when passion is involved. Like you have to. whatever the risk is for you. But there has to be something where you got to take that action, because there's always going to be resistance. The devil's always going to try to stop you. It makes it for a bigger triumph, though. It does. It's just how it is. It's just because we're in this world of polarity, right? There's always going to be forces that are working against you. It's just learning how to alchemize off of them, how to like springboard over them, how to, just like the hurdles, you got to clear the hurdle. It's not always like as far as you think. It's often literally not as far as you think. I was literally watching this beautiful video right before this reading where it was showing like your whole world's about to change, and it was showing one of those koi fish, I believe. It was in a pond, and it was swimming around in the pond, but the pond or whatever it was in was right outside like the ocean. Okay, and so, it wasn't a pond, but it looked like a pond, whatever, it was separate from the ocean, but it was so close from the ocean, right? And it didn't even know where it was swimming. That's all it could see, and it must have sensed that it was on the verge of other water. So anyways, it jumped out and started going across a little bit of sand, and then boom, it got into the ocean. And it was like a whole new world is getting ready to change, and it's just that little bit of trusting what it felt, right? So there's that. It's just, there's something, you're so close. You're so close to getting yourself out of like something that was trapped. It was like something got separated. Something separated this pool of water, we're going to call it, right? And now people are going to be like, no, it was not a koi fish, but whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not very good sometimes with explaining, but you're going to have that if you think about it too long, right? Okay. Everything happens for a reason. When you have people that are coming at you, trying to get you to overly explain what you're doing, like, it's one of these, like, you have a passion to go do something. Sometimes it's better just to jump in and go do it. Like, for instance, like, I'm going to talk about, like, when I decided that I wanted to move back home. Because I was born here in Florida. When I was a little girl, I was moved up north. And I always knew that I wanted to get back to Florida. I had to get back by the ocean. I was by the water up there. I always knew I needed to live by the water. I'm a star seed and Cancer. Like, I got to be by the ocean, right? Even to feel any bit comfortable, like, I had to have, like, palm tree pictures up, rugs, blankets, all sorts of stuff. Like, I love palm trees. And even my boyfriend at the time, like, he got one of those beautiful sound pictures where it moved and it played the ocean, where I could hear the ocean. I had up in my living room. I'd play it like every night until it burns out. Like, I always knew I needed to get back to the ocean. Well, anyways, when I finally got my first deposit to my bank account, like my first time doing taxes with my daughter, well, it was also I needed a big movement for her, because he had walked out and left me and her, and I was like, she's like 6 weeks old, and I was like, I'm not going to stay up here around my very toxic parents. Like, I got to get her far away. And anyway, so I was really scared, right? I was a new mom. My daughter was only 6 weeks old, and I was like, I finally got money in my bank account, right? And it was like the most money I'd ever seen, and I knew that I needed at least $3,000-4,000 to be able to get down to Florida, right? Because I'm a Cancer. I have to have my stuff with me, right? I couldn't just leave everything behind, and I had my car. So literally, I was just like, I didn't overthink about it. I was just like, I got to do this, right? Literally, I went and I got a U-Haul, and I got an auto transport, and I got it set up, and I just got it. And I didn't have it lined up where I was going to live. I didn't tell anybody. I remember showing up, and my father was freaking out. Like, are you kidding? You're going? And I was like, yep, I'm loading my stuff up. He's like, and you're going to drive halfway across the country by yourself. And I was like, yep, I'm going to do that. And he was freaking out, so he convinced me to let my mother come with, to at least ride down with me. And, so I wasn't by myself, so then she'd fly back home. and stuff. But anyways, so it was like, it worked out. Like, I remember I was still scared. I was just like, I'm gonna do this with an infant, have my car in the back. Like, I don't even like to drive anything big or whatever. And I was like freaking out, like, how am I gonna get this car up on the transport, like all of this stuff. But anyway, like, it all got worked out. Like, literally, like, my mom just packed up a suitcase, jumped in the, you know, in the thing, you know, and I was calling places, and I called like a house hunter on the way down while staying in hotels and got a place set up. Literally, it took us 3 days to drive down, and I literally drove right in. The people, actually, the office was closed, but they came in because they knew I was coming in late. I didn't want to stay another night in a hotel. I just wanted to get to my place because I was so nervous. And they opened up the opened up the office after hours, signed the lease, gave me the keys, everything. Like, literally, like, I could not have foreseen any of this. And I was in a beautiful, safe, gated community. Like, my studio that I got set up, it was beautiful. I was right by the ocean. Literally, like, I had the Skyway Bridge. Like, that's how close to the ocean I was, like within a mile from where I was at. It was just amazing. Like, if I would have thought, oh, I've got to, you know, I'm not saying everybody should go do that. It doesn't always work out like that. Have more of a plan, but it was one of those things. Like, I remember when I just fully just let go and just let the universe, like, I mean, I had enough in my bank account where I was like, I'm good, but it was the same thing too. Like, it was really kind of irresponsible a little bit, right? What if I would have ran out of money? What, you know, but those things, like, I just let go of fear, and just, I've always remembered that. And it's been a big part of my story, you know? And it was just like, I knew I had to get back home, and I knew what was right for me. And I made that major. It was funny that my family ended up following me. Then my parents ended up selling their house, moving back down here, even though they still fell apart and all of that. But, and then just, it was crazy, all the people that followed me, right? Then my daughter's father ended up getting a bus and coming down here, and then his family. It was just, it was so amazing, the chain reactions that it did, right? But it was like, it all would have never happened if I didn't just trust what I was feeling. It's interesting I felt to bring that story out there. Wow. I just go with it sometimes. So I feel you're really going to be wowing people if you really trust this, right? And don't be surprised, you know, it could trigger a chain reaction of events, things like that. But I definitely didn't tell anybody because I felt they would have talked me out of it, wouldn't have worked out. If I put too much thought and plans into it, I would have never done it. All right, anyways, you know, it really showed me how strong, though, too. And it was like the universe, right? And then, too, like, I didn't even set up a job or anything. And when my boss found out I had picked up my last paycheck, I didn't even say goodbye. Like, he lined up and transferred and set up a job for me to start. Like, it was just crazy how everything just fell together to help me out. Like, sometimes you just got to trust. Like, I guess I should do, like, a whole another thing. There's just so many cool things that have happened and came together, right? Just have faith. And, like, this is the time of miracle. This is the time where you hear, like, the universe is on your side. The universe is backing you. Sometimes, like, you hear that saying, like, you have to let go and let God. Like, for some of you, like, you can't even plan the intervention, or like, I feel for some of you, like, you need an intervention, but you don't know how to plan it. And for some of you, like, you just got to let go and let God come in and rearrange and do things, right? Whatever you're feeling, like, I just felt like I got to get home. I was like, I got to get home, right? I was like, I got to get back to the water. I got to get back to the ocean. I got to get out of the snow because I was not good driving. I crashed my car every winter. I was always in the ditch multiple times. Like, I freaked out. I hit ice. I hit brakes. I don't know this turn into it. I couldn't do it. So I knew that. I know I'm a little water alien. I needed to get back by the water, the ocean, get back to Florida, right? Which is funny because I really miss the snow now. And, you know, like, it's crazy. Like, I've been down here, right? Well, my daughter's turning 18 now in a couple months. Told you she's 6 weeks old when I did all this. So, that's how long I've been back here. Anyways, I'm ready for a change now, which is, it's interesting. So you really be shocking people. There's this big change, I feel. You're really going to be surprising people with what you're doing, right? Okay, so it's going to be a solid move, though. Let's clarify the last two cards. This is Nine of Pentacles. The Sun. The Sun is bringing this in. That's God, divine source. Whatever this is that you're feeling to go towards, it's going to align you with star family members, people of your tribe, star family, soul tribe, or what was I getting this? Counterpart energies, unions, all sorts of beautiful stuff with the Four of Wands. Oh my gosh, look, the moon. See, this is an alignment, the sun and the moon. When you go after what you're passionate about, everything else aligns. That's what they want me to tell you. See, I told you what lit me up inside was literally I knew that it was Florida, the ocean, the palm trees, all of that. Like, I just knew I had to get back to that. And I was running with that bit of passion, right? And everything else aligned for me. So the sun and the moon are coming out on top of this. This is a balance. This is divine. That's like masculine, feminine. This blend, this union of it. It's stable, secure. Wow. Yeah, so don't give in to fear. That's the only thing that can block you is fear. Don't do those what ifs. Like, instead of thinking about a problem, 3111 on the clock as I say that. It's an angel number to look up. For some of you, like, wow, my gosh, look at this. Page of Cups, Three of Cups, and 10 of Cups. Wow. What was I going to say? Something about don't give in to fear. 3131. That is the only thing that can block you. You don't want to manifest that. So instead of thinking about what can go wrong, think about what can go right. And if you don't know, just be open to getting blessed. And keep your vibration high and look for blessing. Instead of looking for what can go wrong, look for what can go right. All right, that's the reading I had for all of you. I'm sending love and light to you. Definitely subscribe to the channel if you have not, so you can catch my readings in real time as they're more fun. But as you know, they're all timeless. And whenever you get guided to this reading, it's a source intended for you to see it. Know that. All right, love you all. Bye.